Izzy Swan just released his very own square underneath his tool company, the Swan Tool Group. And the video where he launched it, he titled, "Traditional Tools Just Got Upgraded." Well, we're gonna see about that. I've got the Ridgeway Carpenter Square. And the Red Tail Ruler Expansion Set, which is basically a system where you can switch out the blade to have whatever length you want, which is actually a really cool feature. I'm going to show you the good, the bad, and, well, as for the ugly, I don't think there is any. This thing is absolutely beautiful. It has a black, red, silver with a hint of brass or gold on the back. It looks really awesome, really clean, crisp lines. And it's got a really nice weight to it. And we're gonna talk about that. But it feels high quality and it looks high quality. But for a combined cost of $177 Canadian, you would expect the quality. Before I get too deep into opinions, let's step back and talk about the claims of this tool and whether this square is actually an upgrade or if it just looks like an upgrade. All right, so let's just go over some of the features and let's start with the coolest one, and that's the one that sets this tool apart the most, and that's this right here. So the knob right here, if you loosen it, you can now take this and slide it out. And you can see that there is a line going here and all of these numbers written on. It goes by 2.5 degree increments throughout the entire thing, all the way from, well, 0 degrees up to 45, which is very cool. You can lock it in place. When it's locked in place, if you put enough force on it, you can slide it back. Now it says it is a streamlined double square that fits easily into tool pouches and tight workspaces. I can confirm it fits into some fairly tight workspaces. It's not a tool pouch, but it's a pocket. It fits pretty easily. Very cool. I'm just going to use this piece of wood right here, and we're just going to look at a couple things. So it says it has a built-in 45 degree directly into the fence. So let's just test that. All right, now let's grab a known 45 degree angle that I have in my shop. Is this a known 45 degree angle? I don't know, but it does not line up. Let's try that again. It might have been the tool user. Let's be fair now. It was in fact the tool user. This does give a nice 45 degree angle. While we're at it, we should also check this 45 degree angle. I can say it looks pretty 45 using our Giganto square, and I've just moved the square out a little bit. I don't know if you can see it, but that line also lines up super good. I have full faith that all of these other angles would also line up, which is a very cool feature to have. Do they have any other claims on this box? Let's see. Well, that is all of the major claims on this. However, there is one more.
On one side, you're going to see little cutaways on the side of the ruler, and we call that true mark technology. Just make your tick mark, move the edge of the ruler up to that tick mark, and then draw the line. That little cutaway removes the lead parallax, or the pencil lead parallax. That's the distance between the ruler and the pencil lead.
So it's not on this ruler here or this square, but it's on the rulers over here. The expansion pack in this ruler is the same, and it says True Mark 1 millimeter offset edge for perfect line tracing. Good clean lines, I believe. In the video, he mentions Pika pencil brand, so it might have something to do with those specifically. He did mention those in particular. A pencil saddle for consistent line placement. Talking about this. Is that what he means by that? I'm gonna be totally honest. I'm a little bit confused by what he means by pencil saddle. That has me totally lost. Because saddle to me means, I don't think that's what it is, because it says for consistent line marking, so I think it's for... Okay, so what do I think is good about this ruler? One, functionality. So I can use this one square instead of, say, this one square and this one square together. You know, I might even have this square marked in there, but it's one square. It's one option, and it handles the functionality of both having just a plain square and one of these, which is cool. But I do have some minor complaints with this, or things that bug me a little bit. The sliding functionality of it works very well on this ruler. I find on the red tail ruler set, the fit is not quite as smooth as this. So the bigger ruler does not seem to slide as nice as the smaller one. There is a positive stop on the end, which seems to line up nearly perfect, which is cool. When you pull it all the way to the back as far as you can, it does line it up exactly at 1.5 inches, which is actually my next little small complaint. It's very easy math to do, but let's say I want to measure up. If I take this square and I want to mark at 3 inches, I just go up to 3 inches and good. It says 3, 3. That's very quick, very intuitive. Now, if I want to do it on this one, I have to consider I have 1.5 inches here. So now I have to go 1.5 plus 3. I have to go up to 4.5. So it's very minor, a bit of a thing where you have to consider that. Found myself reaching for my Wen square for doing measurements like that. This is a problem I have with the weight. I can't just set it on this board. It is going to fall every single time. That is one of the problems that I have with it. Now, we're going to do the flip test with this square. We're going to take a look at it. I'm also going to be doing a little bit different. I'm going to compare every single one of my squares that makes sense for this flip test. I have a square that starts at around $5 and moves all the way up to $77. And we're going to see if they're actually square by doing this flip test. All right, so is this square? Yes, the flip test proves it. It's dead on square. It's very accurate, got great measurements. But all of my squares were also square. So the Ridgeway isn't winning on basic accuracy. It's meeting the standard. So where it really shines is the fit and finish and the modular system that it has with it, the ability to change out the blade and the ability to change your angles. But it's a different tool. It is a premium precision instrument. If you're expecting dramatically better accuracy, well, we live in a fantastic world where our machines that make these tools have gotten really good and a lot cheaper. So what are my final thoughts on the Ridgeway Square? Should you buy this? Do you need to buy this? The answer to do you need to buy this is no. I think this tool is if you really like high quality precision instruments, then I think this is the tool for you. If you're okay using tools like this or like this, they also work just as well, but they're not going to feel as good in your hand. It's a beautiful tool. Izzy Swan did a fantastic job working on it. I think there are a few small things which I think could be changed or rectified. This may not be a proper tool wall, but it does belong on my tool wall. Thank you all for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next one.